our subject for the last call of August, which is insane to say, is the invisible work that changes everything.
When you hear the invisible work that changes everything, what comes to mind for you?
That was a damn good question.
I
Like
looked at
the
this
inner
topic
stuff.
earlier. I looked at this topic earlier and I was like, what the hell? Okay.
So this
And
is
then a bell
sorry.
really quickly. Go ahead. Somebody gonna say something? Who's
No,
that?
you were talking first.
Oh,
I
oh,
was just gonna say what it meant to me. My bad.
okay. Okay, no, real quick. I'll be quick, I promise. So I looked at the topic earlier and I was like, where is this gonna go? And then it just made me think about what I did 2 nights ago. I decluttered. I bought a dresser, a drawer, big ass
Oh,
chest drawer off of Facebook Marketplace. Picked it up at like 8 o'clock at night. Had big ass wood dresser. Me and my 11-year-old had to haul into the house. And I sit up to about 3 in the morning decluttering. And right away when I read the title, that's what I thought about. And I thought about I was having a rough few days and I felt better. Like I woke up the next day, yesterday morning, and I just felt a little bit better. And I was like, oh shit, maybe this is a
mm,
start. That little invisible little things that you don't know that'll help me get out of this little slump that I'm in, or so start decluttering. So right away, because I felt better the next day, my next thought was, oh, I'm gonna hit every room in the house. It's probably gonna take a little bit. I have a freaking 20 freaking foot storage full of stuff that I can literally probably make 2 grand on stuff there. But
mm.
the point is that when I read that title, I was like, the little invisible stuff. So I was like, that seems like that would have been it for me.
I love that. That's a great example.
Agreed. Yeah. Because it's all, they say that when you clear the clutter around you, it can a lot of times help with the clutter in your mind. And so just having that mental space from not and feeling accomplished, like all of that is
Yes, it
helpful.
felt like a weight was lifted off, a little bit of overwhelmingness and stress. And I thought sometimes I wish I could just get rid of it all and then just start over
Hmm.
and just be a minimalist.
Same.
But anyway,
Same.
please.
Yeah, so just real quick, I was going to say what the topic meant to me. It's just really just capitalize off of that. You probably heard me say it a few times, and I got the saying from, I don't know how many people follow the culinary world, but a saying that Marco Pierre White says all the time is keep it simple, not just pertaining to the kitchen, but pertaining to just life in general. So I'll give you an example. Let's say I want to learn a new skill or I want to focus on something. Okay, let's write it down. What I want to focus on. I want to focus on getting better at my guitar. 30 minutes a day each week. Simple. I'm done thinking about it. Okay. What do you want to focus on? Do I want to focus on theory? Do I want to focus on songwriting? Do I want to focus on this? Okay, I want to focus on theory right here. Doom. I'm done thinking about it. Go execute it. What do I want to study? It's little stuff. It's little stuff like that. Same thing
Mm.
with making calls or just real estate. Okay, I want to do a deal this month. Let's just say this, for example, 30 calls a day, or how many? 30 calls a day, 5 days a week. Do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. I'm done thinking about it. Keep it simple. It's simple. No need to talk about it. No need to keep thinking about it. Just go ahead, keep it simple, execute it. Another thing that he would say as well, Marco, is perfection is lots of little things done well. And that with that comes extensive amounts of repetition, but also focus, repetition, and focusing on what you want to improve on. Just even just little stuff like just decluttering your room, clearing out, like going back to what Grisha said, clearing out your mental space, your clearing out your room, and focusing on the fundamentals and the basics and executing and being intentional with what you want to improve in your life.
For
So
sure. And having that singular focus is huge because similar to the decluttering concept of having too many things open, having a million tabs open, it's really distracting and can feel overwhelming when in reality, if you truly gave all of your attention to one thing for a set amount of time, you get a lot more done.
absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, no, I don't have too much to say to that. Just find your lane and stick to it and pivot when you got to.
Yeah. So,
I like
anyone
it.
else doing any invisible work? The mind shifts, mindset shifts, emotional healing, self-belief, just like the inner stuff that you can tell because you've worked on it or because you've done something to change a previous state that you can feel things differently. I know I can. I've been heavy on this subject lately, and I feel like a different person. I react to things differently. I don't spiral as often as I used to because I'm able to like see it happening and I'm like, oh no, we're not doing this right now. And not because it's not valid, but because it's not going to serve us. And so I let it sit for a second and I'm like, yeah, that sucked. And now what? That sucked. That sucked hard. You are allowed to feel shitty about whatever just happened. Things not working out the way you expected, or just life sometimes gets you feeling, damn, that's not what I expected to happen, or damn, I thought I'd do better at that, or I expected something to be more successful than it was, despite all of the work that got put into it. And you just keep it moving because me letting my mind spiral about all of the ways I could have gone differently isn't going to help have a different outcome coming forward. And so I've had this just, I give it a moment, I breathe into it, and then I let it go. And it's been a complete game changer. And I just feel myself like at peace so much more often. And with that comes a lot more productivity. Like I've been crushing it on the productivity side, just like knocking things out and feeling really proud about what I'm putting out. So I can feel the difference.
What does that timeline look like for you of the difference that you
Great.
see or feel
It, oh, like from when I've been making the change, or how long does it take for me to process the situation?
that you've been making the change?
A year? It's been an ongoing journey, but I'll say that I've been like super duper intentional for the last year. I pretty much only listen to like self-development or like spiritual connection books, and all of them, once you get into this, I don't know how many books y'all have gotten into or have read, but everything on my recommended reading list all has the same exact teaching in just different words. And once you put that thread together, you're like, damn, everyone really is saying the same thing. Like, you are in control of everything and nothing at the same exact time. And being able to hold those two truths at the same time is a complete mind fuck. Like it's a complete mind fuck because you're like, what do you mean? I'm in control of everything and I'm in control of nothing. And it's true. Like you are in control of the way that you show up in the world. You're in control of the thoughts that you allow to enter your mind. You're in control to the way that you react to things. And then at the same time, everything outside of that is completely and utterly out of your control. And all you can do and all you can hope to do is to show up as the truest, highest version of yourself at all times. That's literally it. And so back to what Quinn's point was, it's just like it's simple, right? Keep it simple. I know what I can do. I know what I can control. And I know that my intention is always to show up as the best version of myself. And so if I can strive for that all of the time, I just let everything else go because I don't have control over anything else, including the thoughts that pop into your mind. Like I can't control the thoughts that pop into my mind, but I can control how I react to them. And so knowing that, I feel has just shifted everything. And knowing that everyone has that power and giving grace to everyone that doesn't know that is also huge. Because a lot of times we get into our heads so much about people doing things intentionally. And it's like they're just walking around lost in their own sauce. Chances are they're not giant manipulative assholes. They're just lost in their own sauce. And so I can choose to entertain them in my life, or I can choose to just wish them well and focus on me. What's up, Meg? I love The Secret, and I love that you're a badass at making money. I like that you're a badass at everything. All the books she's made are fantastic, and The Secret is straight up classic. I listen to it at least twice a year.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I have yet to read all her other books. I only have the making money one. But on the subject of us changing something certain, I have started doing this is an experience. Like whenever something another person would be like, fuming over, or it would, okay, so like these last couple of weeks, like the tiny home up in Michigan was definitely experience. The outdoor shower, trying to find where that was in the house. Yeah, it was, and then the next 2 days rained, but I was just so thankful I had the gym with a shower. I'm like, thank God, because how do you shower in an outdoor shower and expect to stay dry after you? Well, there's no, yeah. It was an experience though. And I'm like, you know what? Do this once. Now I know better. And then no Wi-Fi in this little tiny home. And I was like, but they have a camera up there to watch you, but they couldn't get out. You know what? It's an experience. They probably did that on purpose so you could have a kind of outdoorsy experience. Anyway, the number one, if you wanted to go number one, there's a little outhouse that they had right next to it, but you can only do number one. If you want to do number two, you'd have to go up to the whole 400 feet away, I guess, to the house and go back there. I'm like, who wants to do that in the middle of the night in the rain? I was like,
Oh
but
my
it's an
gosh.
experience. I just keep telling myself this over. And then, and even on my travels, if somebody cuts me off the road or whatever, I'm new, I'm like, you know what? This is an experience. I'm letting myself just enjoy this all, taking it all in or something. It's weird, but it's an experience. I'm saying it's an experience. I am learning so much. I just keep saying that, and actually, I'm staying positive by doing that. It's an experience. Why would I get mad? I don't know what to expect. Why would I expect everything to be working perfectly? It's like this is a learning experience, or yeah, that's what I've started doing and then I'm like, wow, it actually works. It changes your mood, like just doing that.
And that's a new thing for you?
This is an experience. I've been saying it a lot lately. It's just I'm enjoying these 2 weeks. Whatever happens, or even like with the trailer park, I get messages about something new that pops up. And I'm like, you know what? This is an experience. We're all learning here on this trailer park. We're all navigating this. This is something new. It's an experience. It's like that's how I'm handling things. This is a new learning opportunity. It's an experience, basically. So that's how I flip my switch in my brain to thinking positively. And I'm like, wow, it really has been working. I have been a lot less negative. It probably also helps that I'm away from home, I'm traveling, new experiences and whatever, but I keep saying that word. But anyway, it really is like the magic phrase. I
A
feel
hundred
like,
percent. It's your new mantra. And what it does, how woo do we want to get here?
You gotta
So
get woo-woo.
I gotta get woo. So I've been listening to the Untethered Soul. And the whole concept in that, which I wholeheartedly believe in, is your soul has absolutely nothing to do with your body, has nothing to do with your eyes, has nothing to do with what's happening out here. Your soul is inside of a human vessel that is experiencing this thing we call life. And one of the things that they talk about in there, and I have no idea who says this, it might be Lao Tzu. Either way, the question that Lao Tzu always asks himself is, who am I? Who am I? Like, who are you? It's not your name. It's not who you're married to. It's not what you do. It's not whatever, blah, 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 blah. But the purpose of that is it's a mantra that helps you like just be aware. And one of the other mantras that they suggest is I am aware. I am aware. This is interesting, right? And I am aware is pretty boring. So this is an experience, is just your version of I am aware because you're able to take yourself and you're not in it, you're observing it. And so it gives you this like separation, the untetheredness of it's not happening to me, it's just happening. And I happen to be witnessing it. And so that's another term that they often say is you're just a witness of life. And so how blessed are you to be able to be just witnessing all of this chaos, all of this crazy, all of this beautifulness that is life. And so if you can take that perspective, which it sounds like this is an experience and laugh at the crazy, then you're able to separate this I'm offended or I'm irritated feeling from it because now it's just happening, not to you. It's just happening. And that is why a lot of times the people who are on this path of recognizing that like things aren't happening to you, they're just happening, oftentimes are more positive people because they don't take things personally. The reason you get offended, the reason you get depressed, the reason you get sad is because you feel like life is happening to you. But when you recognize life is just happening and you're blessed enough to be able to witness it, then you can separate yourself from it a little bit and stop feeling that the crazy ups and downs, because it goes the other way too. If you're someone who just thinks that you're lucky all the time, then you're banking on your happiness because you're lucky instead of just being happy for the sake of being happy.
I like
So
that.
that's my
Well, that was
woo.
well said. I like that. I really do. New perspective.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's cool to see the differences in yourself, like the way that you react to things or how you see things, and just noticing if you pinpoint the changes that you've made, it's to those invisible things. So, talking about like the mindset shifts, your discipline, emotional healing, self-belief, things like that, you start. Because, and that's why I asked you that question, Monica, of like how long have you seen that change, or like how long did it take to see that change? Because I'm in the same boat. Like, especially recently, I've been thinking a lot of comparing where I am today to a year ago. And it's funny because I've always been the type of person that prefers like spontaneity over routine. But right now, I'm very heavy in a season of just really wanting that routine and the stability, like being able to be stable enough to really hone in on something that like I specifically want to work on. So yeah, it's just a cool place to be.
yeah, and knowing that you're allowed to change, right? Knowing that the spontaneity side doesn't have to go away. It's just this is the season, like you said, of wanting more routine and feeling
Hmm.
this urge to just have some, not
Stability.
necessarily, yeah, stability and build to
Yeah.
predict. I know I'm going to be able to get this done today, or this is the things that I'm promising to myself that are important to me and prioritizing that.
Because I feel, at least for me, that's been a struggle of mine for the last couple of months is like I know the things, like the habits and the routines that I want to focus on. And because I've been all over the place, I haven't been able to really hone in on them.
Hmm.
Now that we're like in a stable place, it's been 2 weeks and it's like I immediately got into all the things that I've been wanting to do. And I know that it's because I have that stability, and it's this topic especially made me think about that, like the invisible work that I've been doing over the last year has allowed me to be able to make that transition, what feels like almost seamlessly. But obviously, there's work there that I've been putting in to be able to make that happen.
For sure.
Oh, a Klima, go ahead.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. This is my very first Transformation Tuesday. I'm so happy to meet all of you and listen to all of you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Whole bunch of gems happening today. So thank you
Did
for
we
that.
say your name correctly? Is it
You
Akima?
did. Aklima, thank you. Yes. Yes,
Perfect.
that's absolutely right.
She's in my school community, so I'm so
Yeah.
excited you got to join.
Yes. I wanted to speak to the mindset shift for just a moment. I've been going through that myself in that I had to make some tough decisions, but those decisions weren't aligned with who I was. It was contracts that I had to end, and they were like contracts that weren't serving me. I was like chasing the shittiest of jobs just to be able to say, oh, I've got one invoice that's going to be paid, but I hated everything about it. I made the decision that I was going to end it. And it was a tough decision. I'm sure anybody who works for themselves knows making that decision is difficult. And then for about a week after, I cried like almost every day because I was like, what the fuck did I just do? And then I've been in the, I guess, woo space, the conscious, subconscious, all of that. I've been dabbling in it, but I was like, you know what? Let me make an actual effort. Let me start living who I'm supposed to be, and not on this
Mm,
grand scale because that overwhelms like the shit out of me. And that's why I haven't been able to stick to it or be consistent. It was like, what one little thing can I do today to get back to who I used to be because I've lost who I was? And that was simple enough. Like it was not sitting in front of CNN or the or Fox or whatever. And I'm from Canada. Like I don't. It's not even. It's not even
this isn't
news.
your mess.
But I was like, let me make a conscious decision to not sit in front of the news or sit and like just watch and like just like inhale all of this stuff. And just making little changes like that, spending more time focusing on where I want to actually pivot the business, getting into this community, Monica, that you've built, just making little changes like that. And it's that going back to the invisible work, those decisions started becoming more of my subconscious as opposed to conscious decisions that I had to make
It
because
became
those didn't.
habitual.
It did,
Hmm.
absolutely. And I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and she was like, "What did you do today? What did you work on?" I was like, "I did this." And she was like, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "I'm finally realizing who the fuck I actually am." And it's those little things. I have to be very honest, though, that pull to go back to that comfort zone is so strong some days. And I want to vomit each day that I'm moving towards what I want to build, but a little bit less each day. But yeah, I just wanted to share that in regards to the mindset shift and the invisible work and just taking it each day that comes and not overwhelming yourself and stuff.
Absolutely. I love that.
Yeah,
That
that's
is literally the
amazing.
work. That's the work, is choosing yourself every day, even if it's just a little bit.
Thank you for coming because I needed to hear that.
Oh, thank you. And you're welcome.
What's up, Gracia? What you got?
Oh no, I don't want to go too deep into my. It's just been rough, and I'm still trying to get out of it. But I had therapy was today, yesterday, and he asked me something, and I couldn't even put the words together. I wish she was there to just, hey, can you tell me what you said?
Just doing the
Amazing.
little things, right?
Yeah, just like she said about the subconscious, what we do and what we don't do, and we're in a slump, and it's hard to get out of there. And it's just that one thing. It's just not easy. And I think it's normal. I feel like it's normal
Totally.
to go down and go through those, and you got to get yourself up. It's like just the human brain is so the most powerful thing on us.
Absolutely.
It's all a
Absolutely. And
mindset.
like it wants to keep you comfortable. Like your ego's entire job, and for many people, it runs the shit, like completely runs your show. And so its entire job is to keep you safe, keep you comfortable, and keep you small. Because all of that equals predictability. All of that equals, even if it's shit I know and shit I can predict. And so it's like, we're just going to stay in the shit because it's shit I know and shit I can predict. And that makes me feel very safe and very comfortable
Huh.
instead of trying to do something different that you might not get right away. And that's what it wants nothing to do with that shit. It wants nothing to do with potential humiliation, potential like feeling bad about yourself, potential people seeing the real you, God forbid. Like it wants absolutely nothing to do with that. And so it will tell you every story under the sun to keep you where it feels comfortable. And if
There's
you're not able to be like, I hear you, and that's fucked up, that is unkind. And we're not listening to that today. We're not doing that. Like, I'm not playing this game with you. That's not true. I know what you're trying to do. I appreciate you, and we're gonna pass. I'm not doing that.
yeah. Speaking of
That
all this
takes
shit that you just
practice.
speaking of all this shit, literally, it reminded me of a video I saw the other day. It was a psychologist, and she used stepping in poop as an example. And she basically gave us four different reactions. It went from anxious to angry to defeated, and then the last reaction was obviously the one that was like, oh fuck it, the one that didn't bother her, but for the 5 seconds of when it occurred. And again, something else. Sometimes your algorithm just knows what you need to see and hear. So that was just like one of those things that I was like, oh, okay, all right, remember that, because I know that we've spoke about it, right? We spoke about it in these Tuesday things, how we react to things and so forth. And you guys know I'm working on how I react to certain things and people. But so that was just a big thing too. That's again the little work that we speak of, those invisible little changes that can either make your day, break your day. Maybe something even better happens that day because of the way you reacted versus how you could have reacted, where the day would have went to shit. And when you're in that deep state of mind that's got complete control, it's hard to look at anything in a positive light.
Absolutely.
But again, getting control, like she said, of that conscious part of your mind versus the subconscious that's running your damn life on a daily like a robot. in comfort
Mm-hmm.
zone. But anyway,
Yeah.
it's funny. You said all that shit. It reminded me of that lady.
I know I did feel like I said shit a lot. Sorry.
It was about six
Uh,
times I counted. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Bullshit.
oh, but it's so easy to get stuck in it, right? It's so easy to get stuck in it. And there's times where you get stuck feeling like you're stuck, and then you get mad at yourself for being stuck. I have that a lot. I'm like, why am I still thinking about this? Stop thinking about this. You're being like ridiculous. Like you're just letting this run your life, and then it becomes a whole conversation about how dumb I am for letting myself think about the thing that I know I shouldn't be thinking about. And then I had to step back, even like it's another layer. Step back another layer and be like, why are we doing this? This is obviously affecting you. Don't feel bad about this thing affecting you. It's valid, but you don't need to let it run your day. So sometimes I'll give myself like random showers so I can go cry, let it out, and just be like, this sucks. These people are assholes. I'm over this, and I'm okay. It's okay to feel that way. I cry. I breathe into my heart. I shake it out. I wash it off. Then I come out, and I'm like, all right, what are we doing now? And it's a completely different situation. But the more I resist it, the more I try to stop thinking about it, the more it embeds itself in my mind. And I've found that doesn't work. It's just so much more distracting. And so letting myself have that moment of just like surrender into feeling annoyed or angry or sad, disappointed, whatever, lets it move through my body so much faster than trying to fight it.
If Daniel has a second, I'd love to hear how the 75 hard has been going because I know that program is meant to be about mental toughness. A lot of people look at it as like a physical challenge, but it's supposed to be much more than that. And so there is
Hmm.
this underlying invisible work that comes associated with that. Yeah, Daniel, how has that been going for you?
To be completely blunt and in my well-known language, it's kicking my ass right now. All jokes aside, day 3, I started on Sunday because even though I was supposed to do it last week, there was a couple of things that I had, nuts and whole milk that wasn't allowed onto it. Supposed to be no carbs, and apparently, well, with
Was that an
keto,
accident or
it was on accident because I was under the impression of saying, hey, if I see a bag of nuts and it said, oh, ketogenic certified, I'm like, okay, cool. But also looking it up online, it did allow for certain things. Talking with Anthony, my mentor, he was like, no carbs. Fuck. So reevaluated my thing, ChatGPT, and I was like, all right, here's my no carb keto plan. So whatever is not on this list is like no bueno. And that's when I restarted on Sunday. That restart
Mm.
mentally at first was me thinking this is going to be hard, but I'm still going to do it anyways because I need to get over this. And the one drug that I've had so far that I could not resist was sugar. I have such a sweet tooth. It's not even funny. I look at a piece of cake, I'm like, mama. Nowadays, it's intensified a lot, especially on day
Mm.
3 because I get like that kind of cloud fog and fatigue from the lack of sugar and any type of carbohydrates. Mentally, though, it is helping me learn, like I told you guys from one of the other Tuesdays, how to pivot. And pivoting from being so used to my diet in a specific way, especially being carb happy with rice, breads, all the fixings and stuff. Now it's just straight up meats, straight up fats, seasonings, and if it works out in those 3, great. If it doesn't, shoot. Holy moly, it is a complete mental mindset change. But
Mm.
in my opinion, it's worth it to say the least. As
Mm.
for the inner work on myself and touch upon the topic we touched about earlier, like the invisible work, if you will, like mindset shifts, discipline, emotional healing, self-belief. Self-belief wise, at first I was like, no way in hell. There's no way in hell I'm gonna make it through. But eventually that pivoted towards like, I've been through worse. So I'll go ahead and be able to pivot, make it happen one way or another. So that way I can quite literally shift my fuel source from being carbs and sugar to fats. And then also mindset shift, it's going to be to where instead of thinking, hey, this is going to be difficult, I'm not sure if you can make it, it's more, I'm going to give it my best shot and let's see how far I can go. Interesting compared to the Danny last year,
Mm.
scared shitless, wondering what the hell am I going to do with myself.
I
How do you feel
love
about
it.
that?
Part of me is, oh boy, this is gonna be a long journey, and then the other part of me is, we're gonna kick some ass.
I want to hear you say you're proud of yourself.
Oh, that's a given. Girl, you see me
Okay.
being happy-go-lucky still despite lack of sugar and lack of alcohol for one.
Yeah,
Listen,
Yeah.
I think it's
go
cool
ahead.
to be able to, like, you have something to look forward to of something that you're overcoming that is also going to produce a certain result, both mentally, physically, emotionally, and it's something that you've done before. So knowing you already know that you can do it. And I don't know if we've talked about this before, but I have heard that like when you've already completed 75 hard, doing it again is actually harder than the first time. Because in your brain, you're telling yourself, like, oh, I've already done it. I know I can do it because I did it
Mm.
before. I think you're the type of person that's pretty good about like setting goals and wanting to see them through. So I
Hmm.
think like you yourself are just gonna want to, regardless of the fact that you've done it before, like this time it's a little bit different. And there's other things that you're proving to yourself this time than the first time around, which is cool.
Absolutely. It's also teaching me the power of saying no a lot more than before. Again, chocolate cake, no. Ramen noodles, no. Hey man, you want to go out to Chipotle? Maybe. So it's helping me a lot more than I give it credit for, which I greatly appreciate. Yeah, as it stands right now, the way I see it now, doing 75 hard for third time around is definitely setting the expectations of like, all right, if I'm gonna end the year on a bang before the holiday season, next year is gonna be, who knows what next year is gonna hold for me, being in a better position than I am right now. Because the things that I got going for myself, especially with the JV agreements I got, the mobile home park deal that I might be become a part of. That's why I had to get on the phone earlier. That is just year one barely, and I'm on the tail end of it with the new perspectives that I had before and taking into account the experiences I've had before doing what I do now. I've always known that I wanted to get here. How I was going to here, I didn't know, but I knew I was going to have to drive. And if I knew what I wanted to do, hold my beer. Literally in that
Mm-hmm.
sense, hold my beer, watch me. So it's nice seeing the amount of progress that I made for the most part, being at my age and other people like, damn, Daniel, how the hell are you doing it? A lot of mental work. That's one.
You should tell them Transformation Tuesday calls. Just
Hell
saying.
yeah. Been like, my girls, Jackie and Monica. What's up?
I'm kidding. You've done so much. And yeah, the reason I said that is because I know it's not easy for you to say that you're proud of yourself, but I do think it's super important to literally say the words like, I am proud of myself.
Yep.
Um,
Between
so
you and my new girlfriend too.
I
she pushes
forgot
you to say
about
the
that.
same. I didn't.
She's
I didn't. I
oh,
wasn't gonna call it out though.
you're good, but she's saying the same thing too, which is pretty dope. So it's like where I lack and
Nice.
give myself credit, she's coming in with to it into it as well, which is great. She's like,
I
oh, look at
love
that.
Yeah, he hasn't said anything publicly yet. He said it privately to us last week. But
Right?
I do
Yes, I
want you
have been
to
saddled.
literally say, I am proud of myself.
I am proud of myself.
Cool.
Truly, I do believe it.
I needed it. I
Woo.
needed
Now, am
it.
I gonna say it a lot?
No, I don't say it. Period. I don't say that. So I totally understand that feeling because I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like acknowledging that you're done and I'm not done. And I'm sure you don't feel done. And so by saying,
Right.
if you say the words, you feel like I'm done. And it's
Right.
no, I'm happy as how far I've come, considering it could have been different.
And it's funny you mentioned that because literally, me and my girl were talking about that the other day. And I was like, this is coming in full circle. I'm like, your vibe really does attract your tribe, and this person that now I chose to be with is along the mindset of who I'm hanging out with, you, Jackie, other people I choose to be friends with in business, everything. And it really does reaffirm my belief towards like, I'm on the right path for myself. It's not for everybody, but for myself, it does feel right. And the
Mhm.
amount of progress that I've made, cutting off the people I need to cut off, adding the people to my life, being able to pivot multiple times, which seems to be my topic of the day, pivot, along with the mental
Now
work
that's
that I've
just
been doing in the background.
entrepreneurship, my guy.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to it. But not only that, being able to do the mental work that's needed in order to get to this point, holy moly, it's awesome to say the least. Now, was I complaining and kicking my feet sometimes? Oh, absolutely. Especially during
Yeah.
75 hard. Like, you mean tell me I can't have another shot of tequila? This is some bull. But at the same time, still getting the work done no matter what.
Love it.
Yeah,
Nice. Well, yeah, so some tools for you guys for inner work to think about trying to implement this week. We've got breath work and meditation. So, like noticing your thoughts instead of being ruled by them, affirmation audit, rewriting one limiting belief into an empowering one, future self check-in, asking yourself, how would my future self show up today? And energy tracking. So noticing what drains versus what restores your energy and adjusting one thing based on that. So definitely encourage you guys to try that out this week.
for sure. Jackie,
And
what's
then
an example of affirmation audit that you would give someone?
trying to think of, I don't know why this came to my head. But so I guess let's say somebody saying, I'm not very creative, and turning that into I'm becoming someone who explores my creativity.
I know why that came up.
It's funny because I haven't been feeling that way lately. I've honestly been
Good.
I've been very in tune with my creative side as of recently. I started playing piano again and just yeah, it's been good.
I love that. Do you
Mhm.
guys have a piano at the midterm?
It's a keyboard. It's actually my keyboard. I
Oh,
just hadn't
cool.
had the space to use it, and now we do.
Nice.
Yeah,
You guys have been jamming.
I have. Yeah.
I love it.
I've been good about doing a meditation every day too, and just like a nighttime routine, making sure I get some stretches in every day, getting a walk in, and yeah, it's been feeling good. I told you, just getting
Yeah.
that some stability in my
Stability. Yeah,
life,
yeah.
getting off
I
the
know.
road for a little bit.
I was just gonna say it was all fun and it was good to do. And I'm sure there's absolutely zero regrets. But
Mhm.
there's also something to be said about having somewhere solid to just be able to spread out and do your thing consistently.
100%.
And then I'm all about the journaling exercises, which I have actually been trash at lately, I'm not gonna lie. So funny when you try to be good about something else, sometimes other things take like a back seat. And
Mm.
that's definitely what happened with journaling. I've been so sleep finally for the first time in a really long time, like solid 8 to 9 hours in the last week because I've been building this crazy classroom inside my school community, and it's been 12-hour days at a minimum, just working on it, making sure it looks right. And so I was sleeping like 5 hours a night, which I am not good at. Like, I know
Mm.
other people are like, that's solid. And I'm like, oh no, that's shit for me. And so this last week, now that it's up and live, and it's not perfect, but it is up and live. I've been sleeping for 8 hours. I was like, this is crazy. This feels amazing. And because of that, it's pushed my morning routine a little bit. And so I've still been meditating, but I haven't been journaling as consistently. It's only been like twice this week. And so it's one of those, got to get back on it. But one of the prompts is if no one could see the inner work I'm doing, but my outer life still changed because of it, what would I be working on? And I feel like no one can ever see your inner work unless you tell them. You might get somebody being like, dang, you seem really peaceful lately, or you seem in a really good mood, or you seem happier, whatever. And unless you tell them what it is, like why you feel that way, or unless you're aware of yourself, you could easily just turn it into something else. Oh, I got a raise, or whatever you wanted to put the outer explanation on. But having that idea of if it was just you and the stuff that you know you've been crushing inside and all the things that could potentially change from doing that, what would you be working on? I think that just opens up to creativity and just expanding your mind. And then the other one is what's one invisible habit, thought, or belief I commit to shifting this week? And it could be like one of those limiting affirmations that you have about yourself. Oh, I'm just not really good at this. And in reality, it's I'm someone who's actively learning about that or actively learning to be that person. And just making that one small shift can completely change the way you look at things.
I love it. Yeah, anyone else have anything they want to add to that? Let me get the music going then.
Ooh, moody. Okay. Get into a comfortable seated position. Feeling grounded. Close your eyes when you're ready. Let's take a deep breath in, filling our bellies, then our chest, all the way up to the top of our head. And release through your mouth this time. One more deep inhale. And out through your mouth. Feeling your body soften and relax. Turning to your normal breath. Being mindful of the air coming in through your nose and out through your nose. Imagining the air moving through your body from the top of your head down all the way to your toes. Finding that rhythm of inhales and exhales. I want you to bring attention to where your mind is. Is it hearing the music? Is it counting your breath? Is it off somewhere else on an adventure? Where is your mind right now? What are the thoughts that are coming into your mind? Are they random reminders or the same repeating thoughts? Or are you able to be here right now, present, focusing on your breath, focusing on feeling it move through your body? Feeling your body relax with each exhale. Bringing awareness to our thoughts. Bringing awareness to our thoughts can be the difference between being swept away by our ego by our limiting beliefs. Taking that first step and being able to be aware of where these thoughts are trying to take us, where they may be coming from, what may have triggered them, and the emotions that come from those thoughts. Sometimes those thoughts come from emotions. Sometimes you'll get a feeling, and then all of a sudden the thoughts come flooding in. Why did this happen? Being able to observe the thoughts and how they connect to your emotions can help you have a shift, can help you make sense, can stop the cycle. If you're able to recognize the thought as a repeating thought, recognize it as a limiting belief, name it, observe it, and allow it to pass without judgment, without trying to control it or shame it or punish it. Just observe, recognize, maybe even appreciate it. Oftentimes, they come as defense mechanisms. They come from deep inside, trying to protect ourselves from feeling a similar pain or making a similar mistake. And so saying thank you, I am safe, I know better, I am strong, I am wiser, and at the very least, I know that I can pick myself back up. I know I can make it no matter what. The more conversations you have with yourself, where you can stand strong, where you can be unswayed, unwavering, where you can observe the tide coming in and the tide coming out, you will find yourself having less and less turbulence inside your mind, feeling less and less chaotic, You'll find more peace, even if your circumstance or external world feels chaotic or loud or messy. You'll find yourself feeling more comfortable in the unknown. You'll start naming all of the times that you faced the unknown and made it through to the other side. Your confidence will grow. Your self-trust will grow. Your understanding that the unknown is all that is known. Always expect the unknown. And that's part of the adventure, part of the human experience, part of this ride we call life. And all we do is stack experiences, and stack knowledge, and stack skills, resilience, grit, so that with each passing storm of the unknown, we feel more confident and comfortable, peaceful. You may be imagining sometimes where you felt this feeling of the unknown and you made it. You may be running back some stories where you felt like you're at your lowest, scariest moments, and you came through the other side. These are your evidence. So the next time that voice in your head tries to tell you some big, scary story about how you can't make it, or what if this and what if that, who knows what's going to happen, you can bring out your tokens of experience, your evidence that you've made it through all of the other sides, and that you've been getting stronger, and that maybe you've never faced anything like this. But the same could have been said about the last scenario, the one before that. And yet here you are. Smile and breathe into that knowing. Breathe into that feeling. You have everything that you need inside of you. You are more capable than you can even imagine. You will surprise yourself. And that is a beautiful thing. Place your hands on your heart. And let's breathe into that feeling, that inner knowing. And remember who you are. Take 3 deep breaths into your heart, with each one feeling that feeling expand, feeling that bright light expanding. If you see a color, just imagine that color expanding across your whole body into your space. As you breathe in, it gets bigger and expands further and further out. And as you breathe out, it becomes more solid. Your body becomes filled with this light, with this knowing, with this power. And I want you to say inside as loudly as possible, I am proud of me. I'm proud of you. Whatever feels natural. Yell it as loud as you can inside your head. One more deep inhale. And on the exhale, yell it even louder. I am so grateful that you guys joined us tonight on this call, shared yourself, gave your time, energy. We appreciate you so much. The light in me sees and recognizes the light in each of you. Namaste. Feel free to wiggle your fingers and toes. Stretch a little bit. Come back.
That was awesome. Thanks, Monica.
You're welcome.
Whew. Yeah, that was good. Guys, I know we're a little over, so I don't want to hold you too much longer, but I do hope that you guys take away the importance of the invisible work that you guys do. Not everybody will see it the same way that you do, but just keep at it. And if anyone needs any support or anything, reach out to the group. We're always here for you guys. And I hope you guys finish the week out strong. We'll see you next week.
For sure. And don't forget, like, you're really the only one that sees it. So if you don't give yourself credit, no one else can.
Love that.
Thanks, girls. Talk to you next time.
Toodles.
Bye.
Bye.